கருத்துக்களை சொல்கின்றார்கள் என்பது பற்றி நான் குறிப்பிடுகிறேன். கம்பேரிட்டிவ் ஸ்டடி, ஒப்பிலக்கியத்தின் கீழ்தான் நான் இதை குறிப்பிடுகின்றேன். கம்பேரிட்டிவ் ஸ்டடி என்று கூறும் பொழுது, the study of comparative literature is a discipline which involves the technical use of comparison of themes, genre, movements, and trends of two authors, whether ancient or modern, crossing the national frontiers of international contextualism. And this is the definition given by H.S. Remak. He defines comparative literature as a study of literature beyond the confines of one particular country and the study of the relationship between literature on the one hand and the other areas of knowledge and belief such as the arts, history, poetical serials, science and religion on the other. Comparative literature has been a bridge between different cultures and thereby promotes integration among human beings. It liberates literature from linguistic and cultural parochialism. Literature is one, as art and humanity are one, and they catch light and heat from each other's thought. A course in comparative study offers students an opportunity to develop their ability to read literature critically and responsibly, and to study one literature in depth and at least one other in areas immediately relevant to their aims and interests, so that a scholar may acquire a broader sense of literary history and tradition than what he derived from the study of a single literature. T.S. Eliot points out that comparison and analysis are chief tools of the critic. And when this paper focuses on some aspects and approaches to the study of comparative literature with reference to rationalism in the works of Tamil revolutionary poet Bharathidasan and the English romantic poet Shelley. Both of them were influenced by the French Romantics. The main theme of their works is liberation from myths and exploitations in the name of God and religion. They cry for humanism, aiming towards a brave new world of love, freedom, fraternity, and equality. Their works reflect the concepts of rationalism, revolutionary spirit, and social change. Bharathidasan was very much influenced by the self-respect movement started by Periyar E.V. Ramaswamy, the great social reformer and the father of the Dravidian movement in the southern part of India during the last century. He remained a rationalist throughout his lifetime and propagated his ideology through his poems. His literary contributions created an awareness and awakening among the people who had been suppressed by superstition for centuries together. Shelley was a champion of apostle of atheism. He was a believer in the gospel of liberty, equality, and fraternity. He proclaimed his hatred of gloomy religion, which had been the instrument of kings and priests for the enslavement of people. His poems reveal the acute social consciousness and genuine sympathy for the popular cause. Another English romantic poet, Byron, called Shelley the best and the least selfish man I ever knew. That is his eulogy on Shelley. Then what is rationalism? Rationalism is a theory which had started earlier in the European continent, though it came late to India or to the eastern part of the globe. Rationalism is a theory Rationalism is a theory that regards reasons as the chief source and test of knowledge. கவிதையில இலக்கியத்தில் ரீசன், இமேஜினேஷன், எல்லா கவிதைகளும் காப்பியங்களும் கற்பனை நிறைந்தவைகளாக இருக்கலாம். ஆனால் ரீசன் என்று சொல்லப்படுகின்ற அந்த பகுதி மட்டும் இலக்கியத்திலே அதிகமாக வந்ததாக எனக்கு தெரியவில்லை. It is opposed to sense experiences, sense perception, supernatural grace or faith. It views that knowledge arises through direct apprehension by the intellect. It touches the intellect, it touches the mind, it is related to the mind rather than heart. The dictum of the first modern rationalist, Descartes, in the 16th century, he says, I think, therefore I am. According to Hegel, the real is the rational and the rational is real. Voltaire thought that a rational man would believe in God but not in supernatural inspiration. The rationalism of Voltaire helped much to prepare the ground for the explosive French Revolution. The publication of Darwin's Origin of Species in 1859 challenged the authority of Scripture because there was a clear inconsistency between the Genesis account of creation and the biological account of man's slow emergence from lower forms of life. In the study of languages, Chomsky accepted the rationalistic doctrine of innate ideas. The 6,000 and odd languages spoken in the world differ in sounds and symbols, but they sufficiently resemble each other in syntax to suggest that there is a scheme of universal grammar determined by deep structures or innate presettings in the human mind. So this is a prelude to the rationalistic approach of the Tamil poet and the English poet Velliveethiyar. And I would like to present some poems of Velliveethiyar. See, here he sings to children. சாமிக்கு பொட்டிட்டு சாமி என்பார், செய்யக்கு நாணி நீ உறங்கு, நகைத்து நீ கண்ணுறங்கு. He wants to bring the